Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I just got done doing an amazing a talk on the interview series that I don't know if you saw it, but I am a part of. I'll throw the link in the comments below. It is about the 5 Ds, in life. So divorce, disaster, the 5 Ds in life that we go through. And I just got through on a panel with some amazing women and guests, and courage came up. Courage. So I wanted to pop on here today and talk to you about courage, because here's the thing, ladies. Courage is something that unfortunately we lack a lot of the time, because we've been trained, we've been programmed to be people pleasers, right? We've been trained, we've been programmed to shh, don't say that. Don't let so-and-so hear. Basically, we were trained and programmed to push things under the rug. And so what happens when we're trained to have this behavior, we don't deal with the inner things that need to be dealt with, right? So I'm talking emotions here, right? Your emotions. Maybe you've been through something traumatic, or maybe you've gone through something, or even in childhood. It doesn't even have to be traumatic, really. It could be anything from childhood where you were told to hush, you were told that's not important, you're overreacting. I remember one thing that came up in my personal growth journey is that, and I didn't even remember this for the longest time, but apparently when the ice cream man came, I could hear it blocks away. And so I would get super excited that the ice cream man was coming, and I would express me being so excited. And I don't know who or what, but somebody told me, like, calm down, or just, shh, right? And so I learned how to dim my shine. I learned how to not speak up. I learned how to be who I thought the other person wanted me to be. Okay? We all do this. We all do this. So I wanted to pop on here real quick and share with you about courage, about sharing your authentic truth, about living your life with meaning. So many of us just go through the day-to-day 9-to-5 job and get to Friday and live for the weekend, and we don't live our life with meaning. We're just getting by. And also stopping the people pleasing. So one of the things that I teach my clients and share with them is asking themselves questions, asking yourself questions to get you the answers that you're seeking. So one of the questions that I learned from my empowerment coach, and that I share with you and my clients and everybody, is this question that I put in the description, which is, what would courage have you do? You can ask yourself that question when these topics are coming up, when you're not able, you don't feel safe enough to speak your authentic truth, when you're asking yourself, like, I really want to, X, Y, and Z, be an artist, or I really want to do something in life, but that's not going to pay the bills. So living your life with meaning. And when you are dimming your shine, or whatever it is around people pleasing, you can literally ask yourself, what would courage have me do? What would courage have me do? You can also journal on this. What would courage have me do? Okay. So speaking your authentic truth, this is a girl you're looking at right now who used to literally walk on eggshells around certain people, tiptoe around certain people, not say the thing that I wanted to say. There was literally, a lot of me was fake. I was not speaking my authentic truth. I was literally being who I thought that person wanted me to be. And that was the role that I was playing, was being who I thought that person wanted me to be. Okay. And so this is such a great topic because when you get to the stage of peeling, shedding, and healing and busting out of all of these disempowering emotions and disempowering conditionings and behaviors, some people think, well, how did you get this way? Like, were you just born this way? No, this took a lot of work for me to speak my authentic truth. You see my posts about abuse. You see my posts about all the different versions of abuse. And those are things that I would have never in the past been able to share. I didn't have the courage to do that because I was so afraid of the judgment and the criticism and the backlash that I would have gotten by posting those things. And now, thank you, loves. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Kristen. Now I post, like I share my truth and I drop the truth bomb because I know now that you need to hear it. We need to hear it. You need to know that you're not alone in this. You need to know, like, I am setting an example for people to share themselves out there, to put themselves out and not be afraid of what other people think or if there's going to be judgment or criticism around it. Like literally what people think of you is none of your business. What people think of me is none of my business. Okay? So share it. Say the thing. Whatever it is for you. Stop hiding yourself behind the wall, behind the behaviors that you were taught on how to be. Because what you're doing is you keep going further and further into your shell, and it's going to take longer and longer and need more and more energy to climb out of your shell. You were meant to share and be your authentic self, okay? And if people don't like that, then they don't like that, and that's okay. Right? It's okay. As long as you keep showing up and being you, that's what's important. Be you. Say the thing. Like, in a healthy way, of course. This is not, I'm not trying to teach or share with you like be a bitch or be an ass. Say the thing in a healthy way. Express yourself, whatever that is. The other thing about living our life with meaning, there's so many of us that are just in the day-to-day, right? Just the day-to-day, work for the paycheck, go to school, get an education because that's what's gonna do better things for me in life, or I'm gonna feel better if I get the master's degree or the PhD or the whatever. And what we find ourselves with is that we're miserable in our life because we're not living our life with meaning. Meaning is do the things that make you happy. Like do what lights you up. And it doesn't have to be this big, giant, extravagant thing, or it could be. It really could be something super simple. So live your life with meaning. Like what I do and what I share is, to me, is like, there's so much meaning behind it because I've taken my story and my past experience of traumas and dramas and chaos and literally turned that into a purpose. This is my meaning. This is what I get to share this with the world. And I absolutely love it. And I learn more and more about myself every single day. I learned more and more about abuse every day, okay? Because just because I experienced it doesn't mean I know about it. I had to learn about it. I experienced it and I went through all of those things. Like you hear me talk about the lingo, the narcissistic lingo, the flying monkeys, the love bombing, the stonewalling, all of that. I had no freaking idea what all of that meant. Although I went through it, I didn't know what it meant, right? So I'm still learning. And that's when I learn, I share. Everything I learn, I share. I put it out there. This gives me a sense of meaning to my life, a purpose to my life, that I get to take my crap and turn it into, for you, I get to turn it over and share with you like how to get out of your crap. Because here's the thing, in case you didn't know, we all go through the same crap. We all go through the same emotions and the same things. You would be very, very surprised of how similar we are versus how opposite we think we are. Because I talk to women every single day, and everything they share with me, I could literally go down a list. This person who lives in Australia, and this person who lives in Canada, and this person who lives here in North Carolina, or this person who lives, and it's all the same. We all go through the same crap. We all suffer from the same thing. So we are all connected. So live your life. Live your life. Live. You hear me say, live your life. Don't just go through the motions, what you were told to do. I was told to go and get an education. I was told to go get a good job. I was told to live in this certain type of a neighborhood. I was told to get married to this. I was told. And so you're being this obedient person, but you're freaking miserable inside. Live your life. Like, live your life to the fullest. Do what lights you up and makes you happy. Okay? Whatever that is. If you do want to create a business, maybe you're an artist and you want to paint and sell your paintings. Like, you want to share that with the world, but you don't have the funds for that. There's all of us entrepreneurs. Well, not all of us. There are some people who had like a little nest egg, but most of us entrepreneurs had to work full time, and that is what funded our meaning, our life, right? Purpose. So start, do it. All right. And then people pleasing. I could talk about people pleasing all day long, because your people pleasing, you being the people pleaser, is literally killing you emotionally, everything. Physically, it's literally killing you. Because when we are people pleasers, I was one too, we give. We give. We're pleasing everybody else. We're not putting ourselves, we're not making ourselves a priority. We give. We make sure so-and-so is happy. We make sure this is happening. We make sure that this is getting done. And we just, it's all about, the people pleasing is all about sacrificing ourselves and giving ourselves away, and there's nothing for us. There's nothing for you. So this leaves you feeling depleted. This leaves you feeling frustrated. This leaves you feeling like you have no meaning in life. What am I doing here? What is my purpose? I live for everybody else. I live for my kids. I live for my, spouse or partner. I live for my family. I'm always doing for everybody else. And there's never any time or energy left for you. And so this brings up a lot of frustration and feeling depleted and feeling like, why am I bothering? Why do I even bother? So the first step into you stopping the people pleasing is first having that awareness of what you're doing, that you literally don't do anything for yourself. You do nothing for yourself. You're always putting everybody before you, putting everybody first. And the second thing is once you have that awareness, like, oh shit, I do that. And that's why I end up feeling so frustrated and so depleted. That's the reason why. Once you have that awareness, then you move into doing something for yourself that makes you happy every single day. And that is going to take you sometimes saying no to other people, no to your kids, or no to your spouse, or no to your family. Because what you've already planned or what you're already doing is very important. People pleasing can lead to a whole slew of other things that are not healthy and not good for you. If you continue to spend your entire life giving, sacrificing yourself and putting yourself on the back burner. Here's the other thing about people pleasing is when you do this, this is the energy that you're putting out to the world. I'm not important. Don't worry about me. No, you don't have to think about me. I'm not important. That's what you're saying when you are doing this constant people pleasing. So that's why it's so important for you to take the time every single day, even if it's 5 minutes in the morning before everybody wakes up. It's so important for you to take the time for you to give yourself the attention and the love and the support that you need. Okay? So what would courage have you do? Ask yourself this question all the time. What would courage have me do in this situation? What would courage have me do if you come up into a people-pleasing, or going back to the example that I just gave you, maybe you've planned something that's really important for you, or you're already doing something that's really important to you, and somebody, you know, intervenes and they're like, hey, I need you to blah, 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 blah. Ask yourself that question. What would courage have me do right now? Am I going to stop what I'm doing and go do this for somebody else? Or am I going to choose me right now? Because what I'm doing is important right now. And it may seem minute, it may seem small, but it's still important. So use that question for yourself all the time. What would courage have me doing? You could even journal on it. Okay, so what I wanted to share with you today is I've dug deep into this courage, putting yourself first. It's all about self-love and self-care, into a 3-part video series. And I'm going to put the link in the comments below. It is a video series where I literally just openly share with you how you can take all of these things and turn and twist them around into being into your favor in a healthy way. So if you would like that video series, it's called What's Love Got to Do with It? I'll put that link in the comments below. All you have to do is put your name and your email. It's completely free. It's completely complimentary. And then you'll get the first video, and then a couple days later, you'll get the second video. I give you time to go over the video. Grab your pen and paper for these videos. I do encourage you to take notes. And then a couple days later, you get the third video. So I think it goes out like every other day or every 2 days or something like that. But it's a series of 3 videos for you. And I dive really deep into all of the things that I talk about. So diving deep into the courage, diving deep into the self-love, diving deep into who you are, diving deep into your purpose, diving deep into healing the toxic relationships, or stop attracting the toxic relationships and the toxic people. And it is my gift to you, my love. So I'll put the comments in the comments below, and you can simply grab that by entering your email, your name, and your email address. All right, my loves. Happy Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow.